But there's been so much that's happened in as far as human advancements in health and wellness. Now, going from that point with just having the ketogenic diet and then having what's called fasting. Has anybody ever fasted before? Or maybe you have, I love the hands. Maybe you or one of your kids or nieces or nephews or something has done a sport. One of my best friends in high school, he was a soccer player. And before the soccer season, he had Hell Week, right? And most athletes have some type of extreme training that they go through prior to their season starting to maximize their body. And that's like through nutrition, through extreme exercise, and through levels of fasting with the NBA, the NFL, and all sorts of, all of the major franchise or the major league sports. So they do these things, but I'm not I'm not a linebacker. I'm not a baseball player. I'm not a soccer player. Like, I've never had to learn or go through these extreme training things to then make my body start making its own ketones. And yes, your liver can do it. You can do strict dieting. You can work out 6 to 8 hours a day. You can burn 3,000 calories. You can, but I don't know about you, but like, I kind of like cake still, and I kind of like living still, and I kind of like having a little dominion over my life, right, Susan? Like, it's like I'm kind of into it. And so that's where drinking ketones come into play. This is also the only verifiable way 100% to know that there are ketones in your blood. Doing a blood test, but you drink this, you're in ketosis, period. In 59 minutes or less, there are ketones in your blood, therefore you're in ketosis. When I did the ketogenic diet, it took me 9 days for my body to produce ketones. And then when you stress creates cortisol. Cortisol releases glucose into your blood. Sally's nodding her head. And that's enough and I have a stressful life. My mom and dad are on this Zoom right now. And like, there's stress around us. There's stress around us. Well, we shipped mom off to Florida, so there's less stress around me right now. But Miss Sally, that's going to be a good point right there. Why don't you come off of mute, introduce yourself, and what do you love about drinking ketones?
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Carrie. I was not expecting this. I was wanting to jump on tonight, but I was on a shift tonight from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in my 48 to 60 hour reboot. So I was fasting today until noon, which took me to 63 hours. So I was working as a nurse, taking care of your loved ones and your babies, and fasting. And I never felt better in my whole life. And so thank you for calling me out. So when people said, hey, can you talk on tonight? I was like, I'm supposed to work till 7, but I was eventually cut early. So that's really cool. So thank you, Carrie, for calling on me. I am Sally. I'm from the Bay Area, and I am a labor and delivery and NICU nurse. And I just absolutely love what I do. I found ketones about 18 months ago when I was doing a ketogenic diet. And like Carrie said, it took me so many days to get into a state of ketosis, right? So I was like, what is this? And then somebody introduced this to me and said, why don't you just drink ketones? And I was like, this is not real. A, your liver produces ketones. B, and the only other way to get into ketosis is fasting. So I thought I was the science guru that knew everything until somebody showed me the science behind what the product that we have. And it just opened a whole new world. And I devoted 30 days into this. And I was like, okay, let me see what this can do for 30 days, not doing a ketogenic diet, but just focusing on getting into ketosis without the diet restrictions of being in ketosis with a diet. Anyways, long story short, it changed me after 30 days. And it was like, absolutely amazing. So I absolutely love it. I have been drinking this product for 14 months now straight. And the ups and downs of keto, and then COVID, being a nurse, gaining all that weight again, and then finding ketones again, and then incorporating it into my plan has allowed me to lose almost 70 pounds, me and my husband both combined. So that's been absolutely amazing. And so this product is just the one that I always tell people, like, look, I'm the science person, and I want to see every scientific article research behind exogenous ketones. One you drink versus one your liver produces. So when people say endogenous is your liver, and when people say exogenous is the one you drink. So I want to see what happens when people drink exogenous ketones. And so looking at all the research about it is like, oh my God, like you can have your cake and you can eat it too. Like it is absolutely amazing. And it is something my husband and I have never looked back on. And now I share this conversation with every Tom, Dick, and Harry in our lives. And it has just been the most amazing thing that has come into our lives. And I just want to say, hey, thanks, Carrie, so much for calling on me. And I appreciate you. All the time.
Appreciate you. Now I have a pop-up coming on. Like, what is going on? Cool. Anyway, yeah. And so I'm really glad you used those words. There's endogenous ketones. Those are the ones your liver makes, just to reiterate. And then exogenous, the ones you drink. And I became very aware of something very quickly is we've tried living off of exogenous glucose for heavily for the last 150 years. And now our society is in the state that it's in. Why wouldn't we try to see what exogenous ketones can do for us, considering this is now the first time in human history that you can consume a carbohydrate or an exogenous glucose and also drink exogenous ketones. Or if you make my spicy elotes bone broth, which just got here today, into a dip, you can eat it too, which I'm really excited for. I can't wait to try it. Hello, Josh. And it's just a really unique place to be in history right here. So ketones are fantastic. When you're in ketosis, you'll experience better mood, better sleep, better digestion, focus, fat loss, mental clarity, better digestion, muscle preservation, clearer skin. Those are just the things that we know that ketosis has direct benefits to. Like, I'm 34 years old, and if I shaved off my mustache, I will look 12. And like my dad, he's 163, sitting there with the back massager on him, and he looks great for being the Grim Reaper. And he's stronger than ever. He's healthier than ever. Just went through a recent health bout with himself, and it was just awesome to know that his body was able to defend itself. And we were able to make sure to keep oxygen flowing through his body, because that's my favorite perk, right, Sally? Is when ketones carry oxygen 30% more effective than glucose. 33, 34, 40, somewhere in that window. All I know is that when I drink this, I can actually perform better. When I drink this, I work better. When I drink this, I'm a better friend. Right? That's a good enough measurement of success for me. My puppy just got back in the house, so she might lose her shit, and I apologize in advance. But we're going to transition to just talking a little bit more about like ways to get started. But while we do that too, if you have any questions, if there's questions in your house or questions in your room, and you want myself or maybe Sally, who is a prover, but also a ketone drinker herself and a medical professional, if there's something that you think that would benefit everybody, go ahead and drop that in the chat. Ways to get started, like if you're my guest, there's a couple here in this house right now, and you want to try out some different flavors, like you can talk to the person that invited you here, or the person that you're sitting in the house, and say, hey, I want a 5 or a 10-day experience. And what that is, that's 5 packs or 10 packs of different flavors. They all do the same thing. All ketones do the same thing. There's just different flavors for, whatever you're in the mood for. And snag one of those trials. If you don't want to have that, or if you're here watching this and you don't have someone that you're working or that has ketones on hand, shoot them a text message, say, hey, I need your 10-day challenge link. And what they're going to do, they're going to text you a link. That way, it's a specialized link just for you to go grab what's called our 10-day drink ketones challenge. I have one in my office, but I don't have one here right next to me. And that challenge kit's going to come with 5 of our top most amazing flavors, both in charged and non-charged. And all that means is one has a little caffeine added to it to help move ketones through your body more efficiently, and the other one doesn't have that. So the ketones just move through at the efficiency of your body, which is efficient enough as well. And with that challenge kit, that's going to give you a 10-day supply. Like my mom's holding up one right there. A 10-day supply, or one a day for last you 20 days, but commit for 30 days. Commit for 30 days. Maybe grab a trial pack of different flavors, get the challenge kit. And also, when you snag your challenge kit too, there's going to be a subscribe and save option, which is a really, really cool thing, because 3 times a year, when you're subscribe and save, when that ships to you automatically, then after every 3 times, in the 4th time, you're gonna get a bonus box. You're gonna get a mystery something that's gonna be super tasty, super delicious. And it's just a way the company, and we like to say thank you to you for staying committed to your goals. You know, when I first drank a ketone, I didn't know what I had my hands on. And then I drank it for a few more days, and then I bought a challenge, right? Because, well, my friend that shared it with me was stuck at my house because of hurricane, long story. So I'm just really grateful that that hurricane went through Florida, because that's why I'm here today. And then I committed. I committed for a whole year because somebody asked me to. Someone said, Carrie, if you commit to this product and you commit to sharing this conversation in a year and you play full out, meaning, you know, you eat better more than you eat worse, meaning you talk, like, you do the work more than not do the work, meaning you drink 1 every single day or 2 every single day. In a year, when you turn around and look back at your life, you're not going to recognize where you came from. And so instead of like, well, because I was a skeptic, I didn't know what it was. I didn't want to put it in me. Like I just almost went down a terrible rabbit hole, Sally. And, but I didn't know. And then once I got a little bit of information, I was like, how can I say no anymore? So I committed for that year, and now we're on year 4. We're just now, well, starting year 5 right now. My official Prove It birthday is September 29th. And I'm so excited to celebrate that birthday because we're still young. This conversation's only existed for just a few years. You're still here early. You have friends, family, coworkers, loved ones, grocery store clerks, bank tellers, the people that you interact with on social media, people that you've met through PTA clubs. There's still people that have no idea that they can be in a measurable state of ketosis within 59 minutes, period, end of discussion. Like, there's no guessing game with this. I've dieted. I've done every single thing under the sun except for surgery to do my best to keep myself from under 300 pounds. I was the fat kid in middle school. I was the fat kid in high school. I was the, oh, you're such a nice little teddy bear. Everybody loves hugging you. Those, I call those things, those are the kind ways skinny people call you fat without calling you fat. Like, that was me. I'm still thick. I'm still curvy. But I love the skin that I'm in because of the way that I feel. And I love looking at myself in the mirror now because I know that that's me, instead of wondering who that is in the mirror looking back at me. I feel like that's an Elton John song somewhere in there, or maybe Cher or Cyndi Lauper. I don't know. But get started. Get a trial pack. Get some, what's it called? Get a challenge kit. Get the, there's also a little thing called Mitoplex. Actually, here's my jar right here. And then this thing too, you're gonna want this. Isn't this pretty, this little iridescent jar? I love this jar so much. This is a really cool complementary product to your ketones as well, because when you're in ketosis, your body's gonna go, hey, I need electrolytes to make this stuff happen. I need electrolytes to make this stuff happen, right? It's like putting gas, like, this is the car. This is the car with the transmission in it, with the motor in it, the muffler, the alternator, the carburetor, the whole package is like ready to go. And this is putting more, like, a better quality fuel inside your fuel to then take it yourself, right? And this is a complex electrolyte, an upgraded electrolyte, has some great mitochondrial fuel in there, a little creatine, some vitamin D3 for those of you that live in gloomy, cloudy environments, as well as the magnesium and potassium for you to not cramp, because we're chronically dehydrated as a species. I just found out a friend of mine drinks 16 ounces of water a day, period. 16 ounces of water, and he can't figure out why he has chronic headaches. And I just flat out told him, like, you deserve your headaches. You're making your body, like, he can't even make snot to sneeze because his body is so dehydrated. No wonder he feels sluggish. So increasing water, maximizing that water, maximizing your ketone experience. Sally's nodding because, you know, she knows, like, you're going to have an amazing experience. And in your first 30 days, if you experience absolutely nothing from the day that you order to 30 days after, you can send contact the company, and your friend will help you do that, and you'll get a full refund for the cost of the product. No questions asked. You can just drink it all. You can drink it all over there, Miss Heather, and you can just say, you know what? I felt nothing. I've never met a person that's never felt nothing. I've never known somebody not to have something that they're looking for transpire in their lives, which is pretty cool. So that's ketones in a nutshell. That's the history of the ketogenic diet. The benefits of ketosis, again, better mood, better sleep, better focus, fat loss, energy, muscle preservation, clearer skin, great poop, better digestion. And just like if you can take care of your gut can take care of the rest of your body. If you can take care of your brain can take care of the rest of your body. Those are our two brains. That's what our immune system exists here. And Sally just dropped me on my face. And our brains take, all of our motor skills, all of our cognitive things. And if we can fuel those, then we're going to have a really great experience. I can't promise you that, but I can say, give it a try, because we all people, and we all have squishy bits, and we all have stuff. But to feel great, to feel good, you have an opportunity to feel good with this little pack of powder right here. Cool. So are there any questions? We can go into questions. I have a few questions that I saw come through on private message. And but if you have a question, you can drop in the chat. Joy, I'm so proud of you for stacking out that living room there with babies, every generation in the whole entire world. I see it there. So good. So good. But if you have a question, drop in the chat. Some common questions that I get all the time are, the first one, do I have to eat keto to drink these? No, not at all. You do not have to eat keto. We do encourage you to eat real food. What does that mean? Simple way of looking at it, shop on the outside of your grocery store. When you walk in, you're generally right next to the fruits and vegetables. After that, well, pastries is right next to my fruits and vegetables. So I just kind of skip those. But then there's like the bacon section right across from the pastries. So I kind of like go down the sausage bacon window and then over to the meats and the fish and the different things. And that's generally the outside of every grocery store. Just encourage yourself. Eat real food. We call it JERF. Just eat real food. You don't have to eat strict keto. You do not have to track your macros. And also, just because you're in ketosis doesn't mean you can go on a fat binge. It does not mean you can just eat all of the fat possible, right? And who here has a husband or knows a husband? I'm going to talk about my mom and dad because they're here right now. One of my mom and dad's biggest disagreements in their marriage for over 40 years is my dad will only wear whatever's in the front of the closet or the front of the drawer. If he has to look for it, he's not going to do it, right? And so he'll wear shirts see-through because he'll wear the same 3 shirts for 3 weeks at a time. And then now all of a sudden, I don't know, ladies, does this resonate? Have you ever experienced this with a guy? I don't know, maybe it's just my mom and dad, but if it's not right in front of him, he's not going to do it. So a reason why I bring that up is when you're drinking ketones and you're like my mom, who was consuming 12 to 1,500 calories of fat first thing in the morning, now her body had no reason to go pull on her stored fat because she was putting plenty of fat because it was right up front in the front of the closet. You picking up what I'm putting down? Thumbs up. Does that make sense? So don't let your body be lazy like your husbands in your life, just wearing whatever is closest to the same pair of clean underwear over and over again, shorts, shirts, dress pants, whatever. But make your body do that extra work because our stored fat is calories stored just in case. So you do not have to eat keto. Our encouragement to you is eat real food. Let food be your own. Let your food be the ingredients. When you pick up a tub of ice cream and it has like a paragraph and a half of stuff, if you're really, really needing ice cream, get one of those low carb options or eat some Breyers. Why? Because the ingredients say cream, sugar, vanilla flavoring, and so that's it, right? So keep it simple. Keep it simple. Another common question is like, how many of them do I drink a day? I have friends of mine, clients that drink 1 a day. I have friends of mine, clients that drink 3 a day. Christina, how many do you drink a day?
2 to 3.
2 to 3, depending on the day. And she's a new mom. She's a new mom. So it's totally up to the output that you're looking for.
I started
right?
off at 1 a day.
My first 6 months was 1 a day. And then month 7, I was like, let me get a little crazy and drink 2 a day and see what happens. Now I don't know how I could never not because I love the way that I feel all day long. So, oh yeah, Sally's, and Nick, she just birthed a child this morning, not her, but like received one into this world. So she's all down for the babies. So any questions? Anybody at Melinda's house? What's up, Melinda? Anybody in your squad? Anybody have a question? Joy, anybody have a question? Heather, Heather, anybody there have a question? Josh, do you have a question? Arlette, I'll text you my address. Like, come over.
I had another person join me. Say hi.
Oh, hello. Hi, person.
Teresa.
Teresa, nice to meet you. So glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. So, well, if we don't have any more questions, and if I feel, or Joy, are you typing? Okay, we got a question coming. Someone from the squad. I'm excited. Or you can come on mute too if it's easier and just ask it. Okay, we're gonna type it. Gung gung. Do. Question on cost. What's the question? Like, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Well, that's the trial packs are totally up to you. Trial packs are just depending on like the initial investment of the person that bought it. If you were to snag a 10-day experience from me, which is, or a 5-day or a 10-day, that would be $40 or $75. $40 for 5 packs, $75 for 10. That's just my base cost. But the challenge kit is your highest value and best way to get started, and that'll ship directly to you from our warehouse and manufacturing facility outside of Dallas, Texas. And that's only $5 per serving. So that's 20 servings, and it's priced at $99. And if you're really, really cool like Heather and live in a state where there's no sales tax, then it's just $99 plus shipping. And oh, that's a great question there, Miss Joy. Thank you for asking that. So let's see, there's what, 15 people in your living room right now? And actually, and I'm glad that my mom's here too, because it really helps with the story. Oh, Arlette just asked, let's answer this question real fast. Can kids have ketones? I don't know, Galathea. This is Brawley. This is my godson. Brawley, take a drink. Take a drink. There you go. He has a heart, he has a brain, he has guts. He was breastfed. Oh no, it wasn't breastfed, but he was in ketosis when he was in the womb. He was in ketosis while he was on formula, and he's in ketosis now every single day. And he drinks it and he loves it. They drink the Nat Lights, really great, which are little half packs. They're super yummy, super yummy. So yeah, from womb to tomb, as long as there's air going in and out of your lungs, ketones can benefit you. Being in ketosis can benefit you. What's up?
Can I answer that question?
How to get them for free?
No, how long you should commit before you decide, or are you gonna do the free one first?
Oh, let me do the free one first, and then Susan will get to your question. So getting ketones for free is fantastic. So whenever I drink my first pack, I was like, okay, this is great, but like I also don't have the money to pay for this. And that's when my friend was like, hey, you should just get them for free. I'm like, okay, what do I do? She's like, I just need 2 people. Just introduce me to 2 people. Invite them to a keto life party like this. Let somebody else do the work. That's what she was saying. Provide some education, and then help them get their challenge kits ordered as well. So when I enrolled, I made my account, right? I ordered my first set of ketones. My mom and my friend Janice jumped on board with me. And because they joined as customers, and I was a customer, I got to the following month, which was October 2017, my ketones were free. My box was completely free, except tax and shipping, because here in Nevada, we pay tax on things. And so it's a simple referral program. It's a simple referral program. We all go to restaurants we like. We all drive cars that we all like. We all have things that are like who has an iPhone? Who has an iPhone? Raise your hand. Who has an Android? Raise your hand. Right. It's the biggest cat and mouse game of our society. People with Android judge people with iPhones. People with iPhones judge people with Androids. We always talk about what's better, but yet Apple has never paid me a dime for saving tons of people from being Android users. Did you like that? Saving? Android users, I love you. There's 2 of them here right now. And God still loves them. They can still go to heaven. It's just like, their mansion's not as cute as mine because they have Androids. So, and that's okay. But Apple doesn't pay me. Starbucks doesn't pay me whenever I post a picture of their new coffee on social media. What else is around here? What else? Like everything. Albertsons doesn't compensate me with coupons or free groceries, The Steve Madden shoes that I'm wearing right now, I don't make a dime off of that. Now, when I worked there, I did, so it behooved me, but now I don't. There's so many things that we recommend. Ketones are the only thing that you have a true option to earn for free from now until forever. I get box number 49 next month. All of my personal ketones have always been covered by the company. I have never, the amount of ketones that I drink, I have been rewarded in for 49 months straight. That's how that works. So let's see, Susan's question of how long should you commit before you decide it's not working? Christina.
So my favorite way to describe this is, let's say if you're on a weight loss journey or fat loss journey, I should say, it's taking you consistent daily actions to put on the weight, right? So now it's going to take consistent daily action to take it off, right? So if it's taking you, let's say 5 years to lose, to gain 50 pounds, it's not going to take you 5 years to lose it, right? But you have to be mindful that it's not going to happen overnight, right? It's consistent daily action. On average, what I've seen on the 10-day challenge of fat loss is anywhere between 5 to 10 pounds in the 10 days, right? And if you bundle it with a 60-hour reboot, you might see another 5 to 7 pounds in those 60 hours. So that's what you want to, have in mind. Like, just because you drink this, there's a whole bunch of different factors. Your nutrition, are you moving? How much water are you drinking? Right? If you're just drinking this and then going to McDonald's 3 times a day and having Starbucks every meal, like every coffee, like you think that's going to help you? No, it's not a magic wand. It's consistent daily healthy habits.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how did I get fat? Sitting down, eating crap, doing nothing. How do you get rid of fat? Get up, don't eat crap, do something. It's not like, I'll be very honest with you. I have a lot of people like, I didn't lose 30 pounds in the first week. Like, well, you didn't gain 30 pounds in a week either. You gained 30 pounds over time. Like, give your body a break. Like, it's just like, if you don't lose fat right away, if you're not noticing a body recomposition right away, there's other things going on in your body that are demanding those ketones. Your cognition is probably going to be through the roof before your scale even shifts. Your waist may even come down. I haven't lost a pound in 3 weeks, but I've gone back into medium shirts from not being in them for 4 months ago. Like, and that's just my truth. And guess what? That's okay, because I'm not defined by the scale. If you do want to lose fat, if you want to live longer, now you got me preaching. If you want to feel good, like, focus on feeling good and ditch the scale. That scale does not define who you are. I just wanted to not shop at big and tall clothing stores. Now I can shop at Old Navy and wear $14 jeans instead of $300 jeans because I was so big and tall. That's just that. So we're right at our time moment though. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I just want to encourage you to, like, contact your host, contact the person that invited you, whoever you're sitting in the living room with, and say, hey, I really want to give this a shot, and give it a go. You're going to be one of 3 types of people. Number one, you're going to be thanks but no thanks, but I know my family needs it. And so introduce your friend to your family. Introduce your friend that's drinking ketones and connect everybody together, because it might not be for you. But like, low key, shame on you for stopping better mood, better sleep, better focus, fat loss to show up in your friends and family's lives. Might be person 2, which is the one that's going to grab that challenge kit, grab that Mitoplex, watch the reboot video, get information about that, educate yourself even more. Or you're maybe the 3rd type of person where it's like, I want to share this with a couple people, get my product for free, but also I need more information about that $1 Keto Club, which is where you can earn rewards, up to $750 bonuses, and a whole bunch of other goodies and compensation that on this side. And like Sally does this in the nooks and crannies of her day as a full-time medical professional. My mom is a care provider and, shares the conversation in her nooks and crannies of her day. And Galathea here works full-time in order fulfillment at a major chain store here. And it's just, there's a lot of good things that can come up when you share this gift of better throughout everything. So Susan, you're welcome. Heather, you're welcome. Emily, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And this call is a wrap. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.